is a gift to learn love. We are all inherently love. Love, love, love is the energy that runs the universe, the infrastructure that informs all of the material realm and planet Earth. These are great times indeed, dear friends, dear colleagues in light and love. Love. We are love. We are nothing but love. So why, in this human beingness, in this human planet Earth adventure, do we feel so lost and hopeless? Why do we feel so isolated and alone, so fearful and anxious? We are in the planet Earth training simulator. This Earth of ours is a schoolroom to teach us what we do prefer and what we don't prefer. It is a marvelous setup invented by Spirit, by God, by consciousness, to grow us in love. We are inherently love. We are fragments of God consciousness. We are great multidimensional spirits. We have sent a small part of our great beingness, our soul, to Earth, to experience this modality, this fear paradigm that is uniquely available to experience for souls in human form. This is why the Earth was created, for us to experience fear. You might say, we all fear fear. Winston Churchill famously said, "There is nothing to fear but fear itself." And we do fear fear. Fear is painful. It has been our predominant feeling in the past. We believe that past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior. So we expect more fear. Yet we need to wipe the slate clean. Be ye born again as little children. Let us drop our history, our story of our suffering, our resentments against all those innumerable people that we perceive to have done us wrong. Let us understand that in this perfect world that God created, there are no accidents. Everything that happens to us has a purpose. Every single small incident can be learnt from. This in the sense that we are sifting and sorting our preferences, talents, and abilities. So we fear fear. In the victim mode of early life, where we are entrained into the thoughts, ideas, values, and beliefs of our parents and progenitors, where we live in the history of our family line, where we carry on the resentments and cultural morality of our forebears, however irrelevant they are to our life in the present moment. In the victim mode, this fear that we feel is the greatest gift we have here on this earth. It is our indicator of which behaviors are aligned with our soul's desire and which behaviors are out of balance with love. When we come from our inherently loving true selves, our soul, we are content, in joy, and even blissful. There is no fear. However, when we feel fear, it is an indicator that our thoughts, our behavior, is out of sync with our soul. So if we gossip and feel awful about having done so, that awful feeling of fear indicates that we have done something that our soul is not in alignment with. In gossiping, we are judging others and announcing our judgment, our jealousy, to our peers, our brethren. When we gossip continuously so that it becomes a habit, fear becomes a natural, if unpleasant, low-vibrating feeling for us that we actually get addicted to. We get addicted to the adrenaline of fear. Thus, when we are in the fear vibration, that low-frequency negative thought system pulls us to watch murderous and violent TV programs, video games, and sexual perversion videos. Remember, there are no accidents. Our soul will give us a fear feeling every time we do something that does not resonate with our inherent soul, our holy nature. Thus, fear is the greatest gift we have. On earth, as humans with souls ensconced within our body temple, we have an ego. The ego is our small self. It is the frame through which we see the world. It is a filter of the thoughts and ideas of those who look after us in our babyhood and youth. They have been trained into thought, conditioned into the cultural morality of their forebears, of their generations of ancestors. They can only teach us the ideas and values that they have been taught. They know of nothing else, and their understanding is mostly fearful. So they act as our life coaches. They point out to us what we must be careful of, what we must be fearful of. They point out to us what they see us as doing wrong. We feel from their words that we are inherently bad people. We are inherently guilty and shameful. They mean the best for us. They mean to caution us so that we can survive the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. This planet Earth experience has been very cleverly set up. So as children, rather than knowing that we are inherently love, we are trained into thinking that we are sinners and shameful beings. We therefore feel deeply that we are not good enough, and we see life through the frame of that idea. All that we say and do is the idea that we are in some way lacking in intelligence, in love, in understanding. We come to feel that we can never do anything right. And since we have been taught to think in negatives, we criticize our brethren for all they do. We prod and poke at them with words, just as we were prodded and poked at psychologically with negative words by our parents, family, peers and teachers. Always we were looked at, and we were looking at the idea of what was wrong with us. So, how do we get over this filter of pain and delusionment? Fear is the answer. Being negative and putting ourselves and those around us down for what we perceive as their wrong and stupid actions gives us fear feelings. We need to feel these fear feelings and realize and know what it was that we did that brought these uncomfortable feelings to the fore. There are no accidents. Each time we have a fear feeling, we are out of alignment with the love of our soul. We are not being the loving beings we inherently are. So fear is our greatest gift. Nothing can be healed until it is seen and revealed. The problem cannot be solved at the level at which it was created. We cannot solve the problem of uncomfortable fear feeling by feeling more fear. It is only by dispassionately looking from the upper room, from a higher frequency above fear, and working out what in our thoughts and behavior caused that discomfort, that we can release the false ideas. When we release these false ideas that generated the negative behavior and the fear feelings, we free ourselves. We leave behind the inherited historical beliefs and ideas of our forebears, and we move on to being the loving selves that we truly are. This is what the planet Earth experience is all about. We are entrained with false ideas, false precepts inherited from our family and cultural history. We live according to these, prodding and poking at ourselves in our thoughts and at our brethren for their behavior. It is our job to feel the fear, realize that our inherited thoughts are irrelevant to today, irrelevant to every now moment. We are inherently light and love. When we are fear-filled, we cannot access our soul. Our soul is love, gratitude, creativity, enthusiasm, zest, energy, wisdom, discernment, forgiveness, mercy, and so much more that is uplifting and holy. We are great beings indeed. We are on planet Earth to learn love by experiencing fear, realizing that fearfulness and the negativity that creates fear are not truly our nature. Our job is to walk through that fear, to realize that it is a construct of history imposed upon us as a part of our earthly journey towards love. Each fearful feeling is a lesson of love. Each fearful feeling tells us we are out of sync with our soul's true self, which is, of course, love. We are very grateful. Thank you indeed. Thank you, Creator, God, consciousness, love. You have set up this wonderful learning paradigm, planet Earth experience for us. This, dear ones, dear hearts, is the time of ascension. We are in the amazing time of revelation. That is, we are revealing the inherited fears that have been our learning tool in this material realm experience. Both we, individually, and the planetary collective as a whole are looking at and examining our fears and releasing them. Then, with our ego, our entrained self-interest revealed and seen, we can move on to visioning with love of a whole new wonderful cooperative world, a world where camaraderie, upliftment, communion with each other, praise for all the inherently good qualities of humans, praise for the beauty of nature, praise for all the good that we are now grateful for, is our uplifting, predominant vibration. That was Aita channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings indeed.